Feel real good. One time.
Final table time.
Using my one time.
It's the PokerNews Podcast.
Welcome back to the PokerNews Podcast. This is episode 974. Chad Holloway is missing. No, he's doing a survival game somewhere, but I'm here with two bracelet winners. Ben Ludlow here with Mike Holtz, Jeff Madsen. You guys have really fucked up my sleep schedule lately, but it's worth it. We had Madsen win the dealer's choice here earlier in the week, and then Mike was like, nah, I'm going to one-up you, motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
No, I put the podcast on my back. I saw the Maurice Hawkins was deep in the PLO 600, and I went, if he wins a bracelet and I don't win a bracelet today, what's going to happen? That'd be really unfortunate. I'd feel bad. And then I just went and won the bracelet.
Yeah, pure vitriol.
Is it sweeter to win or for Maurice to get second, or is it a combined?
It's way sweeter to win, but like there is an extra like. It was cool because literally, like, this table that we're at right now is where Maurice played heads up, and you can't see it, it's off screen, but I'm maybe 30 feet away playing the other final table. So it was pretty sick to see the gigantic rail of people all, whenever Maurice won a pot, one person over to the side was clapping. Whenever the other person won a pot, everyone was clapping. Like, you walked over to the rail and everyone's discussing, like, okay, we know that he owes other people money here too. We got to get in line ahead of them to collect it, blah, blah, blah. It was kind of crazy. It was like literally just people here all trying to collect from Maurice Hawkins afterwards. It's insane.
Did we get an update? Did anyone collect?
I have no, we're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
We don't know, but who cares about
Anyway,
that,
so that
honestly.
fired you up.
Yeah, I kind of, you know what's on?
Yeah.
Honestly, like I feel bad because when I had the bracelet celebration afterwards, which maybe we should run a clip of.
Yeah, or
right
several.
now.
Or several.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
going viral.
cutting right now.
It's going viral.
Let's go! Maurice Hawkins, second place, bitch. First place, that's how you do it, son. Let's go! Baby. Let's go. Where's my bracelet at? Where's that fucking bracelet at? Bang! Bang! Let's fucking go. It's my time. Oh! Whatever you think you can do it. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your dreams. King Kong, let's fucking go.
All right.
No, it's by far one of the best post bracelet win celebrations I've ever seen. I think everyone can agree. To believe in your dreams.
Yeah, you did the Kevin Garnett,
dreams.
Believe in your dreams, anything is possible.
I anything is possible, so I couldn't remember.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Look, I mean, we've seen tons of bracelet celebrations. We've seen tons of people win bracelets. There's a lot of just like tap the table and then, yep, we did it, won.
Yeah.
You guys showed real emotion. Obviously, you had a ton of people on your rail. You like started crying. You gave the Kevin Garnett speech and talked shit about Maurice. I feel like, look, we talk a lot of shit about WSOP at points. There are problems, but like we plan our whole lives around this. Like summers, we miss weddings, we miss birthdays. Like whatever you want to say, this shit matters so much to us. And it was very refreshing to see two people who like, I know how much this matters to both of you. You're two of my best friends in the world. And to see you actually show emotion and like give some real celebration was sick. Especially Holtz.
Yeah.
That was fucking incredible.
No, I mean, listen, I've watched WSP on ESPN since I was a kid, right? Like I remember being 14, 15 and being like, God, I would do anything for that to be me one day. But it was like a pipe dream. I never really thought I'd even be playing in the WSOP. I thought maybe I could play in a tournament once, maybe when I'm older, et cetera, et cetera. So to have it all come full circle now where, 15, 16 years later, I'm the one winning the bracelet. And one thing I always notice, I mean, it's incredible, but one thing I always notice is when people win the bracelet, they're always like, it's just like Europeans being like, a good game.
Yes,
I did it. It's a bracelet.
It's like the guys who win the $1 million bounty and they're like, yes, I have to go back. I'm in the big blind.
No, exactly.
You're going to be all right, bro.
I've always said I'm going to burst into tears. I'm going to do the worm. Like, and
You basically did.
Yeah, and I wanted to show respect to my opponent first, Mei, who I played against heads up.
Yeah, that
was
was
fantastic. She's a
glad
great woman, and I thought she was very cool. Whenever she won pots, my rail was like always cheering her on. We kind of had like a little alliance going on of sorts off the felt, obviously, and we played together for the last 3 tables down, got heads up, and she was great. Gave her a hug, and then I turned around to the crowd, and obviously I let my emotions get the better of me. I do feel bad. I think I shouldn't have called Maurice a bitch exactly. That was probably the wrong word.
You had to let it out.
Yeah,
I was a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
what I meant was a scumbag and thief. Like, I think bitch is a
Sorry,
little
you're
far,
right.
even though he called Denise Pratt that, whatever. I didn't really mean to. So sorry, Maurice. Didn't mean to call you a bitch. In all honesty, that was crossing the line. But a thief or a scumbag would have been totally fine, and that's what I wish I replaced it
But
with.
look, it's the World Series. It's like the most prestigious, series, and we all dreamed of bracelets, and we should show emotions. Obviously, me and Holtz have different personalities, so I'm not necessarily going to be the worm.
Live one as
Sure,
well.
sure.
So it's
But,
like,
I'm a little,
I
I'm a little more, higher on the spectrum, and I'm not one to scream into the camera. But my rail, that's what it's about. Like all your friends being there, and some fanfare, and getting super excited, and maybe I shed a tear or whatever. So. Yeah, I think me and Holtz kind of bringing back the old school, like people are actually excited about winning a bracelet, or actually, getting all our friends here, and that's what it's about. So
yeah,
I think we started off the summer right.
I feel like both rails, it felt like fate. I was there for both of them, and it very much felt like both of you guys, everyone was kind of there for you. Obviously, everyone had rails, but it just kind of felt like, oh, there's no outcome here but either of these guys winning. When you got three-handed and there was a moment where you had that 7-3 of clubs hammer, like didn't I just don't want to
that was the only
one
one
bad play of the entire tournament.
Yeah.
But it just felt like even after that I was like, I mean, all right, one misstep, he's just gonna like be fine. And then you got 8 walks and it was incredible.
It was totally fine.
The energy of the rail was too, the force of the rail was too much for us to not win.
And Jeff's not actually wrong. I think the force of the rail was legit. Like, in all honesty, it's kind of intimidating when you're a recreational player and it's like, I have 0 people and this lady next to me has 3 and this guy just has fucking people coming out of the woodwork and just like an entire, just like, and then every time I'm winning a pot, they're yelling, stretch that hole. Like, it was like,
what a chant.
Yeah,
what a chant.
There was a bunch of crazy.
The man of many names.
Crazy chants, but in all honesty, like I felt like, listen, I won WSOP Player of the Year online twice, and that's like a very big accomplishment. But I never try to like insert myself into like the conversations of like being like really good at poker. And I don't even really talk about it on this podcast. Like I never say like, I'm a 2-time player of the year, I deserve respect, blah, blah, blah. I always kind of like try to stay modest. But in all seriousness, like I think this legitimizes me as like, listen, I've won Player of the Year online twice. I've won a bracelet online. I've won 6 rings, which rings or whatever, you know what I mean? I won a bracelet live. I think this legitimizes my poker career as like, what's there to say now? You know what I mean? So I feel very accomplished, and I feel like I've proven myself, and that there's really nothing negative you could say about my poker career now, whereas before you could say, well, he doesn't even have a live bracelet. Speaking of that, the day before I won the bracelet, one of my buddies was like, it was at the Super Turbo. It was on break. Kyle Mahalik said he was walking on break, and he was like, the guy said you're at his table and you have a bracelet, and then his friend said, yeah, but it's an online bracelet. It doesn't even have a real one. So
now you don't have to hear that bullshit anymore. Yeah, I'm sure I've said that too in joking. Like it's just a fun joke to say, like it's not a real bracelet, even though it is.
And it's to be honest, like the live bracelet's amazing, and it was way cooler. Like the moment was so much sicker than winning my online one, which just happened at my home where I was just jumping off the walls, and I woke up a couple friends and my ex at the time. This was much sicker, but in all seriousness, the 777 online I won was much more difficult. I mean, it was much, much more difficult.
People don't like the online bracelets are like difficult, or if not more difficult. It's more just like you're not physically here, and it's easy to just be like, oh, you're just clicking from your couch, and you're just like in your underwear.
This also is a
could be your grandma playing for you, so it's easy to hate on it. But we know that online, these guys are crushers, and they like are more especially on average people that study, and so it's only delegitimized by people thinking like, oh, live poker is real poker, but it's just sort of something people say without realizing like online poker is tough.
Just real fast, I do think that it being a Super Turbo, and being a one-day tournament, I think that lends it too, because it was like I got to get all the reads on my opponent. They never got to change anything up. They never had the chance to breathe. Like I just was able to like focus and like play the same people and figure out all their tendencies, and it just felt really clean, and it was a fast day. It wasn't very hard on my body besides 17 hours, which I don't know about you guys. You guys want to work 17 hours for $250,000? I'm with it. So that's cool. I got nothing to complain about. And I just thought that online you play against a lot of really, really skilled players who are studied, and live it was more like there was just a lot of players at the final table who just had no idea what was going on, like in a Super Turbo. And I've played thousands of them on WSOP.
Yeah, I feel like on the way here with, I don't know, I was in the car with Kirk, and there was 13 left or something, and the average stack had to be like 15 bigs or something. Even at that point, maybe it was a little higher. But both in the car was like, oh, no one, maybe in the last 200 people in this tournament has played more shallow average poker
yeah.
with 2-3 tables left in the the whole tournament
For
than
sure,
you.
no way.
So
yeah.
it just felt like we said both of you won bracelets. That of course those are the ones you win.
Yeah. If
you
you have
won
to
the
pick,
dealer's
like, we're
choice.
gonna both win a bracelet
Super
this
Turbo
summer.
Bounty,
You're gonna
makes
win the
sense,
Super Turbo
yeah.
one. I'm gonna win the dealer's choice. It's just what we've been most working on in our careers, and it's just perfect.
Pretty sick.
Just everything's perfect.
Did anything-
how perfectly
So good,
lined
dude.
up? Yes.
Yeah, perfectly.
I'm
So I guess
so
I got to
happy.
win the 1500 PLO now, or else I just
The
fuck.
double
We're playing
board.
today. Did you
Double
bag
board.
or?
I mean, no.
You're wearing a shirt that you
I
can
know
see
it is
through.
see-through. Can I show? Look at
He's
this.
saying is it see-through, but
It's
it's like it's not
see-through
even
for
see-through.
sure.
It's just mesh.
That's a double board bomb
Yeah,
pot
yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
There's just no fabric there. So
yeah. Well, if you want to see
double
my
board
nips
shirt.
today at the World Series, you can.
I've seen him enough.
Did anything feel different as you were kind of playing up? Was there a moment? I mean, look, we've all kind of gone deep, 2 tables left, final tables, whatever. But was there a moment where you're like, oh, I got this? Either of you?
I think this bracelet was the most where I was at the final table and I felt like I've been here before. And once I like doubled up after being kind of short on day 2, going
Yeah, you
to
were
day 3
pretty
and double
short,
up.
even on day
Then I
3.
started winning pots and I was just like, oh, I've been here before. And like, I know I'm probably going to close this out now that I'm winning every pot. And like, once Dario busted in 4th, I
That
was
was
like,
huge.
all right, I think
Huge.
this
He is a
big.
beautiful man, though.
He's a beautiful
I
man.
kinda fanboyed
That's
a
what I'm
little bit.
saying. I was just distracted
He's
by
so
that
hot.
Italian man. So I felt like the most, adult and pro and like just secure in my career at this final table. And like, I know all the games well. There wasn't like a game like, I hope he doesn't pick this game.
Right.
Like I wasn't really picking much big bet or Badusi, but when they did pick those games, like I'm good at those games too. So and then I just started winning every pot. My energy was kind of flowing and I just, the deck, hit me at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel anything different? Was there a moment?
3 left. I remember looking down, like it was after the 7-3 misstep. It was like I'd won a pot, or I'd won a pot, and then the kid to my left who was overcalling too much lost most of his chips to the nice young lady Mei, and it was then that I was like, oh, they're in trouble now.
Yeah.
They got problems.
Yeah, just with table presence, it was just like you and everyone else, really. You're just like locked in, everyone else is like a little bit, you could tell a little more, oh shit, this is a big stage, and like looking around, a little not as locked in as you. So
Yeah.
I think it was clear you had it, and especially when we started chanting stretch that hole mostly.
Yeah.
That was definitely the moment for me.
Also, there was
Yeah.
a moment at Jeff's final table where we thought he won. Everyone celebrated early. I forget what the game was, but it was like ended up being a chop pot.
Dude, if
And
I
we were like,
lost after that,
oh my, we
if
were
I
all
lost
like,
after that, they'd show that for years. Like, look at this idiot.
we were all
a
like, oh
fake
my
winning.
God, fuck.
It was Big O, and I had like King 10 9 7 4 on Queen Jack 3 5. So I had a wrap and a gut shot and a low draw, but King high.
King high.
And he has Ace King 10 7, higher wrap, better
Oh,
low
ace
draw.
7 low.
Just like literally the worst possible hand. Like I have no
Wait,
chance
did you make a
there.
pair?
And then river ace, so I hit the nuts straight, and I'm just like, yeah, I have the nuts. Game over, suck me. But I actually quartered him, which was, it was the best possible card. Every other card, he scoops or I get half. So I knew it was a good card, but I was like, yeah, scoop.
We were all like,
And everyone just starts cheering, and
fuck. I've
but
seen
then I
these
quarter,
before.
yeah, scoop. But then I quarter him, and I have like a 12-1 chip lead. So it was essentially that, but I was like, okay, this is embarrassing.
Sure.
And now don't lose now.
Yeah, don't lose.
That would
now.
be annoying, and I didn't. So yeah, all good.
The celebration photo. The other thing that I was thinking about with Holtz is I'm not in any of the photos that you
Shout out
can see.
Cuz.
Because Cuz, don't worry guys, Cuz made it. He shows
Oh,
up.
I didn't notice that. Did he block you?
Dude, it's so fucking
Stephen
funny.
Buckner comes out of nowhere as soon as the bracelet's over, just runs out of the store, comes in the photo. He's like, Cuz has got to get in the photo.
No, literally,
You
it's
need Cuz in the photo.
Ben's there for like 2 hours. He's like, baby, you need any apple juice? He's like squirting in my mouth like I'm a race car driver. And what? And
Don't worry, Ben. I won't block you.
yeah. And then
Cuz is just here for the
went in-
photo.
I went in, all my boys are behind. We're at this photo, and Cuz and B Mules walk in, Brandon Mueller walk in, and they're like, Cuz, you're not even gonna tell us you were in a fucking bracelet, man. Why didn't you even call me, Cuz? Like, what the fuck?
Why didn't you call me, Cuz?
That's like the first thing I should do.
Of course, I call my mom and then I call Cuz.
Yeah, literally, I hugged the woman. I'm like, hold the phone. Where's Cuz? Where's Cuz?
You call me your mom before you call Cuz. Come on.
No,
always
literally.
call Cuz.
And
I think you
just
tried to
popped
kiss
her
me on the lips. He was in the
He
vibe.
did kiss me on the
No,
lips.
he did kiss me on the
Yeah,
lips too.
I blocked it,
Yeah. He's
but
very
I would've.
Italian. I love it, dude. Cuz is the man. Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. I love Cuz. He blocked Ben Ludlow and a bunch of other. Literally, the way that he positioned himself, it was like someone said, "Block as many people as you can." And he said, I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing."
Cuz is the only photo that matters. Yeah. You gotta love him.
It was wonderful, dude.
I'm not sure he's a real man. He's a human.
It's exactly what I wanted, man.
Yeah.
That was all I ever dreamed and more. I'm so happy and like, man, I feel like I accomplished my dreams. It's so cool.
Whatever you believe in, you can dream.
This is so crazy. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you were like that guy that won the bowling championship, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It felt like that.
You're not. You can't dream. I'm the dream. I'm dreaming.
I'm the
Yeah.
dream. Yeah, it was pretty great. Your interviews after were very electric. I think I don't want to get this quote wrong because I won't, because I've memorized it forever now.
No, your quote's wrong. I read the quote yesterday, but go ahead and hit it.
Okay,
they
well, I
wrote it
think I
wrong.
got it. This is how I remember it. The first thing, how do you feel? And you said, karma exists, God is real, everything is right in the world, Maurice Hawkins is a bitch.
Yeah, you're
just summarized
conflating it. You're conflating. So I said he was a bitch directly afterwards. I did the
okay,
interview,
okay.
and I said, I said karma is real. God exists, and he does not like Maurice Hawkins. It seems, I think, but he does like someone, and his name is Mike Holtz, and Mike Holtz has 2 bracelets, and Maurice Hawkins has 0.
He has 0 bracelets, huh?
None.
But he has 24 rings and $300 80-person events.
He's
Right?
going to make a bracelet out of his rings.
Let's not completely shit on Maurice's accomplishments. I played with him the day before. I do think Maurice is a very
he's a good player, of course.
Against recreationals,
Yeah.
I think pros vomit
Yeah,
on
like
his,
you can
on
learn
his
something
dinner.
about how his table talk
Look.
with amateurs and stuff.
No,
of
I
course.
felt like I learned.
Yeah.
I honest to God, when I played with Maurice, I felt like I learned a lot. And it's funny to say that, but I really do. I feel like I played with him, and the next day I won a bracelet. I honestly think part of the reason I won a bracelet is because I played with Maurice, and I didn't want to lose to him so bad that I made sure to really study and see what he's doing, and the amount of live tells he gave off, and I cannot explain to you how bad I beat him in every pot. Maurice would ask Maurice what happened. Maurice got sauced up in every pot.
It's crazy
we
how
played.
full circle that is. That
Yeah, but
Maurice is in
it's
some way
insane.
a part of you firing you up to win.
With that
Yeah.
said, he was destroying everyone else at the table,
Yeah.
destroying their souls, 100%.
Yeah.
He was, and I'm watching, and I was thinking to myself, oh, you can just give off all these live tells and have all these bet sizing tells and be not doing good stuff.
We
and
were
still
talking
win because
about
people are
how
just scared.
we were
it's
talking
pretty
about how
interesting.
table talk people and people who are good at that sometimes give off more tells in the sense that they're not as balanced, and then they're not used to dealing with players who are good at reading them, and they're used to trying to give reverse tells or read other players. So
Also, I got multiple messages that Maurice tried to short the big blind ante and multiple times, and he did. And he, and
this
he did
podcast is just
and he
about
did it.
shitting on.
How did you both win bracelets and we're still talking about Maurice? It's so
No,
great.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
is
like,
amazing.
I
We gotta
feel
stop
like
talking
Maurice and I
about
are
him at a
the main
certain
characters right now. I kind of fuck with it, honestly,
Yeah.
because I feel like David Williams said, the OG DW Poker, aka Young Mayo himself, he said on the broadcast for the WSOP Countdown, he said that good defeated evil.
Wow.
And I do feel like that. And I don't want to, we do talk about Maurice all the time and everything. Obviously gets clicks and it's fun and funny, but it's just a crazy situation and proof that we're living in a simulation, I think. I don't know.
You did come up, and after the bracelet, you're like, man, I won that bracelet because of live tells and because of playing Maurice yesterday. And I thought you're like, oh, yeah, I learned a lot from Maurice. Like, nah, man, how many live tells he gave off is what I learned.
He learned from
I learned from owning
Well,
him.
no, it's not even that, too, because, I play against all these live guys. I just assume they don't have live tells, but it's I start yesterday in the Super Turbo, or 2 days ago, I just, paid attention to all the guys who are, good pros or whatever they play live, and I'm like, dude, I knew what they had half the time. It's more than half. I felt in complete control the whole tournament. Every hand I played, I felt like I was absolutely dominating everyone, and I felt like I played the best. I made some sick plays. I had a hand where I had tens versus Daniel Negreanu's jacks. I just flatted pre, and then I folded on a king high board, king 8-3. I folded to B20, just bet 20% pot, and he had jacks. And in that spot, I should have lost most of my chips. The vast majority of the time, I had 14 bigs, and I just knew when he opened under the gun that he was really strong. And he plays 100Ks and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. I love him to death and everything.
He's awesome, yeah.
And I don't think he's giving off live
There's
tells
very
only,
few
but-
players who don't have tells, even the best players, which you start to realize because a lot of them are working on their game, but not everyone's working on don't move your arm like this, or when, you know, like their eyes movement and stuff like that.
What ended
up
being interesting is because everyone noticed that I was staring at them and I was getting stuff, people started staring at me, and I just started reversing the stuff. So like if I was like looking at the board and I had a really strong hand, the next time I looked at the board the whole time, instead of like glancing with my eyes, I had a weak hand. Or like I tried to do the meta thing, and it worked many times wherever I was able to do something that I know someone saw me do in a hand previously, but now I had the opposite. So like all my bluffs worked, all my value worked, and I just felt like I put together a performance that like just happened to all come together. And I made one pretty big mistake where I shoved 7-3 of clubs, 3 left button versus everybody else when I covered. We're not going to talk about that.
I mean,
but,
he also just woke up with ace king there. Like, if they don't have ace king, he probably folds ace 9 there. Like, you know.
But in your mind, you were just like, I'm going to start shoving. You were just like, I'm going to just start shoving, and this is my time.
Exactly.
And then you left a little bit of the maybe, you know, this combo, like whatever, and you're just like, I'm going to just start shoving, win every hand, and close quickly. Which you can't get too far ahead of yourself when you're in that position.
But other than that, I felt like I played every hand really, really well. I took my time on most stuff, and I felt like it was one of my best performances for sure.
The unique and tough. Congrats. The unique and tough thing about yours was the blinds are 20 minutes, right? It's going up so fast. It's so shallow. Looking at stacks is like the most important thing, understanding it at all times. And it was hard. Like, we were on the rail trying to figure out how many stack, you know, everyone's stack size.
Yeah, the greens needed to be colored up earlier.
The greens being not there. I mean, that was
60
tough.
chips was one big blind.
Yeah, it was insane.
That's too much.
Two like rails of, or whatever, barrels of 25K is one big blind. Not really acceptable, but it was tough. I mean, that's something where like, that's something where online, that's not a thing, right? Like that's you have your stacks. Obviously that still plays to your strengths because you know how to play against stack sizes no matter what. But I feel like this may be played even more to your strength because like you can figure that out on the fly. I can't imagine Mei or a recreational player like really making sure they understand the stack every single time.
Well, you have to play a Super Turbo online a few times to really understand like the dynamics, like how quickly the blinds are going to move up at the end and how important it is to just like start flinging in the money whenever like you have just like not great hands, but the people can't call you, right? And so it ended up being a situation where because of the way the blinds worked, where it was 2/3 went in the small blind. It's like normally it's online it would be 1.5 million big, 750 small. Live it was 1.5 big, 1 million small. So it's like you're in the small blind, you got to shove almost anything with the 7 big blinds, and I got to walk like 4 times in a row. So like I could say that like, oh, this is all me skill wise, but a lot of it was just my opponents not understanding like the fundamental strategy of how to execute at a final table when blinds are so low, where they were just really scared to lose, and it was just like an overwhelming situation for them. Whereas I've just like been in the situation, I had no stress. I was just like, this is it. Like I'm just playing poker. Like I don't know, if I win, I win. If I get ninth, I get ninth. Like I paid $1,500. I got a pocket full of bounties. And
I got a pocket full of bounties.
You just won so many online tournaments too that you just have that muscle memory of winning tournaments. Like every day you're posting another win. Like it's like 5 a week. It feels like.
I mean, it's online players or guys like I think about Justin Arnwine, who or even Becker before he kind of like really rose to the top. Where,
not live players.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying like they have the same experience where it's like they win a lot of like I don't care if it's a $120 tournament or $1,500 tournament, winning outright. There's something to be said for that. You play shorthanded. You're used to that. You're used to like adapting to stack sizes. You play online all the time. You win weekly. So, you know, that always.
How often are they playing heads up in a tournament when they don't play online? Like
never.
3 times in their lives.
I mean this with utmost respect. I loved Mei, and I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah,
I thought
awesome.
I thought she played really well full ring.
I was super happy she got heads up.
100%. Like she played great full range, 5, 6-handed, etc. But heads up, she just like most people have like some people have just never even played. She might have never played heads up in her life. I'm not saying that that's the case. She might have played it 100 times or whatever. But I think it's very unlikely considering the like in a heads up when we're that shallow, you can't fold your small blind with the big blind ante. Like you just have to go all in with any 2 cards, basically with 5 big blinds, and she was just folding. So like I knew she folded the first 2 buttons, and she just like she went from like 9 big blinds down to 3 without us playing a hand.
And then she jammed 6-5 off.
And then she jammed 6-5 off for 3 bigs. Yeah.
You got called by 7-6 off. Like there was a couple plays that were
I jammed button with ace-10 suited for 9, and the small blind called 7-6 off. 7-6 off. 6-7.
6-7 off.
6-7.
You did do the pro move though when you had the 6-5 versus the ace-5, where you put the 6 onto the board.
The dealer's like, no,
stop. He's like, no, you should deal this card. He's like, please, sir, stop.
Flop comes, it's literally in that
It's
exact spot.
literally.
That's almost not fair.
It's not fair. It's voodoo. Yeah.
That's why the dealer's like, no, I know that if you do that, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So
speaking of heads up,
that was a good play.
It was my boy Josh. I love him.
Yeah.
Josh, Eric, and then what's the other guy's name? Dustin. It starts with a D. What was his name? Fuck. I think it was Dustin, but if I'm getting that wrong, I'm sorry. It's a cool name. It starts with a D. It's around that letters. Fuck. Who knows?
Dario, maybe.
Yeah, it was Dario. The three of them were awesome. He's the guy that deals the dailies at night. Ponytail, orange lanyard.
Yeah.
Some of the best dealers I've ever had, the three of them. They were amazing.
Speaking of heads up, no one plays mix heads up. So I mean, you get to a
Pot
mix
limit double draw.
Yeah.
I saw that. I went, Jeff is a piece of shit.
But I mean, you know, you get heads up and no limit. At least like you play no limit. No one plays stud heads up. No one plays pot limit stuff heads up. Did you feel like when you got heads up, you're like, oh, I'm there?
Yeah, I mean,
obviously had a huge
the
lead
chip
too,
lead
but-
was huge. So, and it was against this cool, more amateur guy who plays cash. I think it was his third ever live cash. So,
Oh wow. So
yeah, but like there's 21 games. Like how many of those have I even ever played shorthand or heads up? But you're playing the man, like your ranges are wider and stuff. And it only lasted 9 hands. We were just playing Big O, and then all of a sudden he just chooses double draw high.
Oh, he chose it.
He chose it. We hadn't played at the entire final table.
Oh, he went to hit you with the fucking.
And we played the day
mix-up.
before. He never called that game. It was just sort of that, like, let's just fuck it, at the end of the tournament.
Oh, yeah, the last ditch. So you felt confident about
but
it.
that was cool because that's, a game we've never played. No one's ever played till this tournament because it's a new game. It was no limit single draw last year.
So wait, that's the first time anyone's ever played heads up in the
Double draw high.
WSOP.
No one, probably that game ever, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
I
it's the
don't
first
think,
time that's ever been in a tournament.
Yeah,
maybe.
literally. So I was kind of on the fly, like, there was a hand, I had like 5s on the button. I'm like, I just shoved this one. Then one hand he like shoved, then I had 6s in the big blind and I tanked for a while. I think I should fold this. He was playing a little face up, and then the last hand he drew 1.
To a flush
And
draw,
and it's a spot where it's like you could have 2 pair, a draw, and it's like the read was he had a draw. Because if they have 2 pairs, sometimes you like keep queens with an ace, or you keep, well, maybe not queen, you know what I mean? Like you keep an ace kicker to try to make aces up.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
doing that on the fly was fun, and but yeah, the whole heads up was so fast that it was more when we were like 6 or 5 handed, where it was like, okay, hopefully I can get a double up here, but yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
I do recommend winning bracelets.
Yeah.
It's fun.
If you,
too,
I'm 2 for 2 on railing bracelets this summer, so reach out to me if you want to hire me. My rates are now going up, so book fast. Congratulations to you both. I love you both very much. I'm very proud
Mike,
of you.
I'm so proud of you.
Touch his breath.
You guys
So
can
proud
just
of you.
touch me in the middle.
You're
Touch
so
it,
sweaty.
touch
Let
me.
me.
That's my tip.
Okay.
This is the one. All right, we got to
You're
go
next,
because
Ben.
Mike's
Come on.
bracelet ceremony is today.
It's in like an hour and
It's in
20 minutes.
That was supposed to be our wrap up.
Yeah.
My bracelet
ceremony is in
about to
5
happen.
minutes.
It happens.
He's
It's
going to give a
happening
long
right
speech.
now.
If you're on break, make sure you bring tissues because it's going to be a tearjerker. Chinese national
There'll be
anthem
some
will
jerking
play
for sure.
Yeah,
It's gonna be viral. He's gonna tear his shirt off, and we're all gonna shout "stretch our hole" again.
Yeah. Well, congratulations,
Ooh,
guys.
That's such a good chant at the beginning. I'm just saying if that chant happens.
Classy.
He's just gonna go up there and start slow clap. Stretch.
Instead of the national anthem, just some like the baby song or whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
Old Lil Wayne
Fuck, are we
mixtapes.
all rich?
All right.
You start walking. Yeah.
PokerNews Podcast
Raw
episode
shit.
974. Here with the 2 bracelet winners, Mike Holtz, Jeff Madsen. I'm Ben Ludlow. Until next time, WSOP rules.
You go, hold it up.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I did it. I'm not going to give you an anthem. You all want to sit down and play. I know how it is. I'm just so happy. I watched this on ESPN from when I was a kid. This is my dream. I'm so thrilled. And I have, a lot of you know I've been a little rude to Maurice Hawkins lately, and I honestly do want to apologize for absolutely nothing. The double bracelet winner does whatever the fuck he wants. Let's go! Poker News Podcast.